I'm not even sure what time it is. I don't wear a watch. So is it still morning, somebody?
She's hard-headed. She's hard-headed.
I'm talking to, let me make sure, I'm talking to the young people. All the people that like me over 20. I'm gonna hook you up in a minute, but I'm with the young people posse right now. If you're over 20, you can listen, but that's really not. I'm gonna be very short. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I really want to talk to you about two things this morning.
I like this one.
Your grades, and I'm on the Board of Trustees of the Youth and Community College System, hccs.edu. I want you to write that down for me because it's going to take care of a lot of stuff as we go along. Here's everything I know. All the folks that are older than you, that's me and other people in your room, otherwise known as your parents and your relatives and family, friends, and the people before us, did a lot of stuff to get us to this point where you could be in this room. And we need you to keep making progress. So the first and most important thing I need you to take care of are your grades. Everybody in this room know what grades they get in school? Everybody in this room know what kind of grades they get in school, right? Man, y'all get good grades, right? Outstanding grades, right? A's. All A's. Let me go back to item one. Before you get to do anything else, I'm just telling you how this really is. You've got to take care of your grades. You've got to perform in school and show it to your teachers so that they can give you good grades. Good grades are going to make a difference in your life. If you're in grammar school, they make a difference when you get to middle school. If you're in middle school, they'll make a difference. Here, so you understand, how they decide how many prison beds, how many prison cells they're going to build, they go off your grades. How well do students do on third grade examination? And they believe if the high failure rate at third grade is going to translate into a lot of people are going to have to be incarcerated. So your grades mean something. I'm a lawyer. I'm a first generation college graduate. My older sister was the first person to go to school before me. My brother is a much better lawyer than I am because we figured out the system. If you don't start with good grades in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, by the time you get to high school, your high school grades, your GPA, is going to have an impact on what college you can go to if you decide you want to go to college. Your grades will have an impact if you decide you don't want to go to college and you want to go get a job right away, what the potential employer thinks of your ability to come to work for them. They think your grade is a reflection of your discipline and your ability to learn. So even if you don't go to college, for me to believe I can tell you what I need you to do at my job, if you don't have good grades, I don't think you can learn to do it. So you're not going to be my first choice to be hired. That's why you have to develop this pattern now, not next year, not the year after. When young people come to see me, I teach at Texas Southern University. Ben, my wife, tells me all the time, I have to remember that's my real job where I get paid. All the other stuff is community volunteerism. But when a young person comes to see me and says they want to go to law school, I tell them your hope to go to law school or graduate school is essentially over after your first semester as a college freshman. Say what? Yours is full? That's okay. Let's do this. Let's turn it over. There you go. Look at that. Clean. So I want you to write on that side. If you have a bad GPA in your first semester, you're spending the rest of your college career trying to struggle to get your grade point average up. And by the time you get to about your junior year, realistically, it's your sophomore year, you have to start thinking about graduate school if you're going to go to graduate school, law school, MBA, or if you're going to go to work. school, after your first semester, law school is over. Your first semester grades determine whether or not you get a really good job. And the job you get after your first semester, based on your first semester grades, will determine what kind of jobs you get after that and what kind of track you get on. There'll be some people who can buck the trend, but generally, people start making decisions about you on that. You even get to get on the fancy law review on just your first semester's worth of grading. You either grade on or write on. All right, so does everybody understand why I'm asking you about your grades?
Yes.
So grades, right? We got it now, right? Okay. If you weren't doing it, you're going to hook me up. I'm going to see some all A's.
God wants you to get an A.
Yes, he does. She said God wants you to get an A. Because God wants you to be the best that you can be. And the speaker that's going to follow me is Ben Hall. And he's got a fancy degree in religion from Duke School of Divinity. And he can put it in the context of the Bible. I'm just a good old Sunday school participant. I just happen to be a bishop. So I can give you the layman. I paid attention on Sunday morning when my mama made me go to Madison Avenue Baptist Church. Now I go to 715 at Wheeler with my wife. But I can tell you, yes I do. You go to Wheeler? What service? Oh, y'all are young. Old folk gotta get up so we can go back home and take a nap. That's the only reason why we go to 715, because we don't have to worry about our grades anymore. All we gotta do is worry about our job. And I want to make sure you get a job. Let me tell you why I came, and I don't want anybody to come up here and not be honest with you. All of us old folk came to talk to you this morning because we are selfish. We want Social Security. And if you don't get good grades, if you don't get a good job, if you don't stay out of jail, we can't get Social Security, and we don't want to be paying for you to be in jail. That's right. I want you to know, because I'm honest with you. What? Is that art? I want you to sign your name. I want that piece of paper when I leave. Grades. Let me go to hccs.edu. I would say write it down, but I know I'm getting old, and this is how I know I'm getting old, Mike. Councilmember Yarborough and I sat next to each other when I was on city council for 2 years in his last term. But Mike, this is how I know I'm getting old. I still pull out a pen and a piece of paper to take your phone number down. The young people pull out their cell phone and they just type it in. Or they say, send me a shared contact. So I'm going to sound generational, and I'm going to say write down hccs.edu, but I know you're going to type it into your smartphone, or you already took a picture of it and you got it in your phone. So I apologize, but I'm hip. I know that's what you're doing. The reason I want you to write it down, you have one assignment that I'm asking you to take care of outside of the academic stuff. If you go, what's that? Is it yours? You sure? Okay, you want some more water? Okay, come on. Hey, hook my assistant up with some water. Go on straight over to the right, and they're going to hook you up. The reason I want you to write this down, I want you to go to the website. That's you. Not your parents. Parents, stay out of this. You could get them later, because you already acknowledged you loved them. I was here for that presentation. But I want some independence for a little minute. I want you to go to hccs.edu, and there you'll find a guy called the Chancellor of the Houston Community College System. His name is Cesar Maldonado. I want you to send him an email. His email is on the website. It's cesar.maldonado@hccs.edu. 2 years ago, I got the Houston Community College System to pre-admit every young people in this community into college. I want you to send Dr. Maldonado an email and ask him to send you your pre-admission letter. Okay? Your pre-admission letter is going to tell you if you graduate from high school on time and you have a 2.5 GPA or better, Houston Community College will give you scholarship to come to school, whether it's for academics or for workforce certificate. If you want that, then I want you to send him an email and ask him to send you the letter. I'll see him in about 2 weeks, and I'm going to ask him, and I would like you to send the email later on this afternoon. The only bad thing about technology, everybody thinks you're never off. And since you're never off and you over there, because I got a 17-year-old, and y'all are always talking to each other, Skyping, Facebook, Tumblr, I figure I can get you to send one little email this afternoon to ask about scholarship money and the opportunity to go to college for free. And because I got one and I'm trying to figure it out and I'm working on him going over there. Because us parents, we working hard. We up out here with you this morning. We would like you to go to college. We don't have to pay too much. And instead of you calling and asking us for some money, then you would send us a check. We know that's not going to happen. We fantasize about it. We talk to each other about it. But we know we got you covered. So I want you to impress your parents. Can you do that for me? Okay, let me tell you, if I were teaching silence meant you didn't understand anything I said, and I'm going to have to say it a different way. Okay? You're going to send the email to find out about it. Raise your hand. Hi. All right, that's good. Put your hand down. I'm coming to a close. This is the only other thing I want to tell you. I want you to learn this. And, it's a little poem. And Michael Yarber will up here quoting 15 poems. I'm lucky if I remember one. So I'm going to give it to you, and I want you to look it up. My father-in-law used to say this all the time, man, and I got it. But let me tell you, you want to be successful in life and be able to help take care of yourself and your family and have the ability financially, the things that make sure you can take care of you, to have the freedom to help other people, to speak up for other young people as you get older. It's hard work. And nothing that you really want that's positive and will make a difference is easy. Anybody that tells you that is not telling you the truth. It's sacrifice. Sometimes you have to stay up late. Sometimes you have to read a lot. Sometimes you have to go get your own water. But if you want it, you have to go get it. When you go to the Capitol, they have the little cannon, and the cannon underneath the bottom says, "Come take it." And the message is, if you want it, if you want something bad enough, you will do what you need to do to get things done. So the little poem, because it reminds me of this, the need for you to be willing to give things up, to give up a Saturday morning to be here, and it's clear you're willing to do it. The height of great men and women reached and kept was not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were upward striving through the night. Basically, it means the things you are doing today and you're doing through the World Youth Foundation, the willingness to do extra study, to ask hard questions, to come and hear speakers, are the kind of sacrifices that you make early in life, and you're going to build on and continue to have to make sacrifices and give up things. Sacrifices is not a bad thing. It just means you know what you want to get done, and you have the discipline to focus on what you want to get done. And when I see you here this morning, I know you have the discipline and the commitment to want to make life better, not just for yourself and your family, but you want to learn how to make life better in your community. So you don't have to be an elected official. You don't have to run for office. You can make a difference. Booker T. Washington, the story goes, where he got the line from, there is a story about two ships in the middle of the ocean. And one of the ships, before there was electric power and diesel engines and the like, couldn't catch the wind in its sail. And they were running out of water. And the second ship comes by, And the people on the first ship are saying, we need fresh water, we need fresh water. And the response from the ship that was going by was, drop your bucket where you are. Drop your bucket where you are. And the people on the ship that was standing still thought it was a metaphor, that they weren't really understanding what it meant. What the people on the second ship, the one going by, was trying to tell the people who were on the ship that was standing still, is that they were standing still in the middle of fresh water. And if they would just put the bucket over the side and pull up the water, they would have what they need. In the World Youth Foundation, you are in the middle of fresh water. You should take full advantage of the resources that that organization is providing to you to start making the difference now. Dr. King was a young man, we forget. Rosa Parks was young. All the people we see as historic, iconic figures, they were just a few years older than you. Barbara Jordan, Mickey Leland. And they just decided to drop their buckets where they are. They decided they wanted to make a difference in the public school, the middle school, or the high school, or the college they were in. So that's what I came to share with you this morning. Take care of your grades, take advantage of educational opportunities, and make a difference right where you are. Thank you.